evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching NDTV. The Maha Vikas Aghadi has finalised the seat-sharing formula in Maharashtra for the Lok Sabha elections of 2024, with the Shiv Sena faction led by Uddhav Thackeray contesting on 21 seats, Congress on 17 seats, and NCP faction led by Sharad Pawar on 10 seats. Now, this has come after a lot of clamour. The Congress did not get either Sangli, Mumbai South or Central or Bhiwandi seats in the seat-sharing pact. Flanked by Uddhav Thackeray and Congress leaders, Sharad Pawar today said that there are no more differences in the MVA. Meanwhile, even as BJP waits for the MNS to announce its support for the NDA, the Mahayuti alliance that has the BJP, Shiv Sena led by Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and the NCP led by Ajit Pawar has said that they will announce names of all candidates in the next few days. Remember that there are at least 15 seats that are awaiting candidates, and there is a deadlock of sorts amongst the Mahayuti allies on important seats of Mumbai, Konkan and also some seats in the Aurangabad division, which is Marathwada. Now, for these parties that have been rivals and friends in the past, is this a fight for supremacy? What are the lessons on accommodation that they need? And as of now, just on paper and in theory, both in perception and decision making, who has the edge? That is what we are asking tonight. Before we get into this discussion, here's a special report.
After prolonged tussle, the MVA alliance finally announced the seat-sharing formula for Maharashtra's 48 seats. Uddhav Sena will be contesting 21 seats, Congress 17 and Sharad Pawar NCP 10.
मैं मानता हूं कि अभी ज्यादा प्रयास करने की आवश्यकता नहीं है। पूरी जनता ने तय किया है कि इस बार जो मैंने नारा दिया था कि इसको तड़ीपार करना है, तो जनता करके दिखाएगी।
Of 7 unannounced seats, Mumbai North Central, Mumbai North, Jalna, Dhule have gone to Congress. NCP has got Mada, Dravid and Satara. The focus remained on the contentious announced seats like Sangli, Bhiwandi and Mumbai South Central, which Congress was eyeing, but UBT Sena had already declared Sangli and Mumbai South Central seats. Similarly, Sharad Pawar NCP had announced Bhiwandi. Congress, which earlier requested withdrawal of UBT and NCP candidates from these seats, chose to surrender these for the greater unity of the India alliance.
सांगली भिवंडी डिस्प्यूटेड सीट के बारे में
कोई डिस्प्यूटेड नहीं है, अब हो गया इशू। देश के संविधान से कोई बड़ा नहीं है, देश की लोकशाही से कोई बड़ा नहीं है। जो हमारे हाईकमांड का आदेश है उसका पालन हमारा सभी कार्यकर्ता और हमारे नेता करें।
While MVA seems to have set its house in order, the ruling Mahayuti alliance is still to thrash out its differences. There is still no consensus on at least 9 seats. Eknath Shinde Sena is under pressure to concede more seats to BJP. MVA was quick to take a dig at the NDA alliance's disputes.
महायुति में जो महाभारत चल रहा है वो चलते रहेगा।
While the MVA claims resolution of all its disputes, the grassroots leaders may harbor dissatisfaction over the compromises that have been made. On the other hand, Sena in Mahayuti is negotiating hard to ensure the morale of its leaders and workers is unaffected in this bargain. With video journalist Praveen, this is Radhika Ramaswamy for NDTV Mumbai.
Joining us now are Rohit Chandravakar, who is a senior journalist, Vishwas Pathak, who represents the BJP, and Matthew Anthony, who is with the Congress. Thank you all of you for joining me on this discussion. Rohit, starting with you, how do you see the Maha Vikas Aghadi finally finalizing seat sharing arrangement from Sangli to Kolhapur to Ramtek to seats in Mumbai? There have been claims and counterclaims. Do you see the MVA finally getting ready to put up a united face?
Well, at least at least for the media, they have put up a united face. But I am a little skeptical and doubtful about whether this united face runs vertically down among the Karyakartas also, and I am very doubtful about that. It's very difficult because there are many constituencies. Let's say, let's give you the example of South Central Mumbai, which was a Congress constituency for some time, 2 elections. Then it became a Shiv Sena constituency with Rahul Shivare winning, and Varsha Gaikwad, the daughter of the former MP from South Central, wanted that seat for Congress. Uddhav Thackeray suddenly announced that it would be contested by Anil Desai, who is the former Rajya Sabha member. Now, are Varsha Gaikwad's Karyakartas going to work for Shiv Sena in that constituency? I'm just giving you one example. There are such at least 10 to 12 examples in my view where this united pace may be there at the top level among leaders for media consumption, but it may not run down vertically among the karyakartas.
Right.
So I'm a little doubtful on that front. On the other side also, in Mahayuti also, there are disputes. But here it seems like I said earlier on one of your shows, that the alliance does not seem organic. It seems
Right.
inorganic.
Right.
So there are doubts, and I'm skeptical about all this.
Right.
Vasudha.
Let me ask this question to Mr. Anthony. Sir, the Congress and the Sena have been loggerheads over seats such as Sangli and many others. Rohit also mentioned a few. Congress chief Nana Patole has said that the party has shown a big heart today. The party is fighting on 17 seats, also in Mumbai North and Mumbai North Central. But most of your other seats are also difficult seats, and the ones that you could have won are not with you. These are the seats that are considered safe for the BJP, the ones that you're fighting, be it Nagpur or even Mumbai North. How do you see this, sir?
Vasudha, as Nana Patole has explained to you earlier, the protection of the constitution is larger than anything else at this point of time. That is the foundation for the India Alliance as well as for the MVA Alliance. Now, the people of Maharashtra are very, very, very insulted with the BJP, backstabbing the original Shiv Sena and the NCP by splitting them, splitting families, splitting the parties which has got the regional roots. So this will definitely have its impact, and the alliance of the Shiv Sena original and the NCP original side with the Congress is definitely going to help the party across Maharashtra, despite having difference of opinion in the seats. That it is not a secret that the three parties have their own opinions for respective seats, and we negotiated with each other hardly, and then for a larger consensus to protect the constitution and protect the nation, we have decided to show the large-heartedness to accommodate and to as well as evolve with an alliance and get back to the campaign at the earliest. So It has to be seen from a larger perspective of winning the election for the people of the state of Maharashtra as well as for the people of India. And we are very confident that the alliance will result in a very higher winning percentage in the number of seats for the Congress party as well as the MVA alliance in Maharashtra.
So you've shown magnanimity, that's what you're saying. Mr. Pathak,
Yes.
we heard Ajit Pawar last week say that, on March 28th, all seats will be announced. There was the final list of 48 candidates will be declared. We also heard Devendra Fadnavis make these announcements, but the final list of candidates continues to be elusive. And here in Delhi, we are saying that Congress is not able to decide its Delhi candidates and BJP is not able to decide its Mumbai candidates. How will you explain this delay, especially now that MVA has already come up with its seat sharing arrangement?
See, as far as this Mahayuti is concerned, comprising of Ajit Dada NCP, Eknath Shinde, Shiv Sena and Bharatiya Janata Party, we have finalized all the 48 names of the candidates. Some of the names have not yet been announced, declared publicly as a matter of strategy. There is no dispute whatsoever. We have already kicked off our campaigning. If you look at our campaigning, which was kicked off by Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi at Chandrapur, Mr. Eknath Shinde, RPI, Mr. Athole, and NCP group, all were there as a team. In contrast, if you look at the joint press conference held today, wherein Mr. Sharad Pawar, Uddhav Thackeray, Nana Patole, and all Prithviraj Chaudhary sitting, look at their body language. They are not at all a united kind of thing. There is a lot of infighting. The national party like Congress is cut to the size by giving just 17 seats. And all those 17 seats, otherwise also would have been lost by any party. So they have got a very stepbrotherly treatment in this MVA.
Right.
And as far as our case is concerned, we have finalized our candidates and we are very confident we will cross more than 45 seats of Lok Sabha this election.
Right.
And we will be crossing 370 seats as promised by our Prime Minister of India.
Mr. Anthony, would you like to respond to that, sir? He's saying that the body language was not reassuring enough. And, he's making a very important point, which Rohit also talked about. Even when you talk about this seat which has gone to Anil Desai, a lot of people here also say that if Varsha Gaikwad had fought, maybe the situation could have been different. Do you sense that will be something that might keep your workers a little aloof?
While we are not disputing that we have made our claims for South Central as well as Sangli and Bhiwandi, and then we have reached on an agreement. Now, speaking about the body language and the stepmotherly treatment, I can only have a sarcastic laugh on it, because who is giving stepmotherly treatment to Shinde Sena? BJP, and the Shinde Sena's MPs have been being replaced on BJP's demand. So BJP has got this habit of giving stepmotherly treatment to its allies, whereas we respect the allies and we do a lot of consultation, we do a lot of discussions, we debate, we disagree, but we come to a consensus. Unlike the BJP, which uses ED and the CBI to negotiate terms with its allies and then blackmail them. Either you agree or you get arrested. Okay. How did the Praful Patel case got vanished in a couple of months time of 840 crores? Then the BJP should say in the national TV that the allegations against UPA was wrong by them, because
right.
The Praful Patel has come out clean.
Okay,
so
let me ask this question to Rohit. Rohit, this is something that Anthony is also talking about. So the Shiv Sena has declared a total of 9 candidates for the Lok Sabha. There's also, of course, discontent among the Shiv Sena, at least with some MPs, because they've been dropped. How would you see the Sena under pressure to seat some of its traditional seats like Thane, Palghar, even Ratnagiri, Sindhudurg, which Mr. Narayan Rane has been, trying to claim? How do you see this playing out for the future of the alliance and also Shiv Sena? But here my sources are telling me that the BJP leadership is very, very favourable towards Shiv Sena, because they know the kind of gamble that Mr. Shinde has taken. So it's likely that he could be getting over 13 seats.
Vasudha, it's a very interesting question and interesting situation, because one thing I can predict is the winner's margin is going to be very small this time, because there is a lot of fragmentation among parties. This time there are too many parties and too many candidates and people interested in contesting, etc., compared to earlier, because the sheer number of parties has gone up and contestants has also gone up. Having said that, now look at the Shiv Sena stronghold. Any place in Thane or Navi Mumbai or Mumbai for that matter. What is important is that since Eknath Shinde split from Uddhav Thackeray, there has been no big election that has been held. So we don't really know the voters' mind right now, and these voters are very loyal to their party and their ideology, and they are very emotional about Shiv Sena, let's say Thackeray family or whatever. And Eknath Shinde, of course, claims that now they are on his side, because a lot of MLAs came to his side and MPs also came to his side. Right. Point is, there has been no test so far in any kind of local elections or assembly elections or anything, which shows us whether Eknath Shinde really enjoys that support or Uddhav Thackeray has that emotional support.
Right.
So this is the first time that is going to get exposed, and one thing I can say is it's very unpredictable. Right. So I can't really answer your question clearly. We don't know what the result is going to be. One thing I can say is the winner's margin is going to be very, very small. Vasudha.
Yes. Mr. Pathak, would you like to respond to that, and how do you see the Mumbai battle specifically, also the battle in Konkan region, where there is this alleged sympathy for Uddhav Thackeray, or do you think that this Modi factor is going to triumph over everything else as it has done in 2014 and also in 2019?
See, certainly Modi factor is going to work now also. As in 2014, we achieved 272 Lok Sabha seats. In 2019, we improved our tally to 303. And now we want to achieve a mark of 370. So we are not talking in air. There is a proper calculation. As far as Uddhav Thackeray is concerned, Uddhav Thackeray is the left-door Shiv Sena with father and son alone. They are no following. Whatever following is there, it is Mr. Eknath Shinde, because Eknath Shinde has rightly joined hands with Bharatiya Janata Party, which was the mandate given in 2019. So Uddhav Thackeray has betrayed. So there is no any sympathy for Uddhav Thackeray. As far as Sharad Pawar is concerned, Sharad Pawar party is also a party of father and daughter. So entire NCP is with Mr. Ajit Pawar. So we are a very formidable combination. See, look at the difference between the approach of two alliances. Right. MVA, Sharad Pawar at his own unilaterally announced Bhiwandi candidate, whereas Uddhav Thackeray announced for Sangli without considering their partners. As far as we are concerned, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis has unilaterally, but in the interest of Eknath Shinde, announced the candidature of Mr. Shrikant Shinde for Kalyan.
Yeah.
So this is how we have an understanding. We are offering the seats for those candidates in
Yes.
which visibility is
Mr.
very
Anthony, would you
certain.
like to
This is
respond
the
to that,
difference.
sir? Because that's a very
I
interesting
would.
observation. You know, this unilateral announcement by Uddhav Thackeray of so many seats, that could be humiliating to a national party, isn't it?
It is not humiliating. There were some differences, and we had raised our concerns. We have discussed this internally, and that's how we have come out with the entire coalition together. Now, let me ask you a couple of things. Who is Shrikant Shinde? When they raise a father and son allegation, BJP is raising father and son allegation. Who is Shrikant Shinde? Who is Pankaja Munde? And who is Radhakrishna Vikhe Patil's son? And who is Piyush Goyal? Does BJP has got a short memory system in their system to kind of say that they are putting father and son or husband and wife?
Right.
Who is Sunetra Pawar? And what are they saying? And then Ashok Chavan has been personally insulted by Narendra Modi in 2019 elections, saying that the war widows, as well as the daughters, as well as the mothers of the war widows, should be completely denying Ashok Chavan because he's a corrupt man who stole away everything from that one, and he has been rewarded with the Rajya Sabha.
Yes.
And Ajit Pawar, in a 70,000 crore scam on a Maharashtra cooperative bank scam, is now have been given a clean sheet.
Yes. Rohit, last word. I'm
Chhagan
really
Bhujbal
running
has
short
been
of
given a
time.
clean
Rohit,
sheet.
last word from you on all the points that
BJP
Mr. Anthony and Mr. Pathak have raised, and also this expectation about these unknown factors and known factors like MNS and also Prakash Ambedkar. How do you see these two factors impacting elections of 2024 in Maharashtra?
Well, it looks like Prakash Ambedkar's candidates, if you look at the list, and generally, whatever Prakash Ambedkar is saying on social media and all, I think he's going to be working in favor of the BJP-led Mahayuti alliance. There's no doubt about that. So his candidates are going to, work in such a way that the Mahayuti benefits out of it. MIM, I'm not too sure about, because this time MIM seems to be a bit on the defensive, and there is some feedback coming that maybe the MIM traditional voter may be shifting away from them a little bit. That's the feedback I'm hearing from Marathwada region, especially Nanded area, etc. But generally speaking, I think the votes that were going to smaller parties are now going to be diverted to these fragmented parties like Eknath Shinde's Shiv Sena, or Uddhav Thackeray's Shiv Sena, or for that matter Ajit Pawar's party also. One larger thing I can say to conclude this is that there is clearly it's going to be A versus B kind of a thing, where polarization is going to happen, and I think Modi factor versus the Maratha reservation emotional issue and the farmers issue. These are the three things that will play in Maharashtra, the biggest swing state I can call in this battle of 2024. That's going to be really very interesting, because like I said earlier, the margin is going to be very small and too many players in the field.
Right. Thank you, Rohit. Thank you all of you for joining me on this show. The grand battle of alliances there in Maharashtra, the state that sends the second highest number of MPs to Lok Sabha. Big battle on there, and we'll know on June 4th whose narrative and whose politics work. That's all we have for you in this show. Time for a short break. We'll be back in a bit.